lagi temenin Isa main-main di park. Ini salah satu park yang lumayan sering kita datengin, namanya Holmby Park. Di sini ada playgroundnya juga, terus anak-anak bisa main soccer, mini golf, dan lain-lain.
Kita cari tupai, let's go. Oh, tupainya di sana, Cah. Di atas, lihat. Ada nggak? Kelihatan nggak?
Tidak.
Isa di sini lumayan sering banget ke playground sih, apalagi pas masih autumn, belum terlalu dingin pas pagi. Kayaknya hampir setiap hari kita bawa keluar dia ya, jadi supaya dia bisa merasakan fresh air dan bisa lari-lari di taman.
Ya, betul. Jadi memang setiap hari sebisa mungkin kita ajak dia main outdoor. Dan di sini tuh playgroundnya lumayan kayak challenging. Maksudnya kayak playgroundnya tuh bukan cuma kayak naik tangga terus turun perosotan aja gitu. Cuma kayak memang ada kayak
Baby gymnya gitu,
ada
kayak
gymnastik.
ada monkey
gitu
bar,
ya.
ada apa segala
Betul.
macam. Kayaknya mungkin kayak lebih buat anak 4 tahunan gitu kayak
Yes.
sebenarnya. Cuma Isa tuh kalau misalnya disuruh main di tempat yang 2 tahun atau 3 tahun ke bawah gitu, dia suka nggak mau kan. Dia maunya kayak main bareng-bareng di tempat yang kakak gitu loh.
Iya, betul.
Oh, panas. Panas katanya, Cak. Oh, panas. Panas. Kasih tahu Adu dong, ini apa? Oh, space. Ini space bukan?
Bukan.
Apa sih ini? Roda gigi. Ini, ke sini, ke atas. Ke sini. Ini kemana? Ke kanan. Kanan. Oh ini gini, Cah. Nah, nih lihat tuh, ini.
Kenapa?
Bola ini, lihat nih bola-bola ininya. Nih, ke sini, ke kanan. Tuh, turun. Jatuh, tuh.
Ini main bola apa?
Main bola gerigi-gerigi.
Main bola apa?
Gerigi-gerigi.
Muter. Nah.
Oh, itu sedih.
Oh,
Lihat ya,
iya,
ini lihat,
iya,
ini
iya.
terkejut dia mukanya.
Ah.
Sempat waktu di London, aku ajak dia ke playground. Terus playgroundnya itu sebenarnya untuk anak 5 tahun ke atas dan dia waktu itu masih 2 tahun. Aku udah bilang kayak ini untuk kakak-kakak, Isa di sana aja. Nggak mau, dia tetap mau naik situ. Itu tinggi banget loh, itu kayak dia kayak bentuknya kayak kapal gitu, dia naik di atas kapal terus dia mau lewatin jembatannya.
Nggak balance.
Terus bekas hujan gitu jadi licin kan. Terus tiba-tiba pas dia melangkah dia jatuh dari atas kapal ke bawah. Untung itu pasir.
Pasir yang ada apa? Kayak daun-daunnya gitu ya.
Itu tinggi banget. Terus aku lagi hamil. Habis itu pas lihat dia di bawah, jatuh, oh my god, dia langsung nangis. Aku juga lompat dari atas ke bawah. Takut kenapa-napa, tapi untungnya aman-aman aja. Terus aku langsung telepon dokter Dimple kan. Kata dokter Dimple kalau misalkan nggak ada biru atau apa, fine. Kalau nggak ada muntah juga fine. Untungnya dia nggak kenapa-napa, cuma jatuh dari lumayan tinggi ke pasir.
Mungkin kayak bermain anak-anaknya juga lumayan safe lah ya, bawahnya kayak ada karpet atau bawahnya at least bukan yang benar-benar solid beton gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya anak jatuh masih ada buffernya lah sebelum kena sama lantai langsung.
Jadi playground di sini kebanyakan lantainya itu terbuat dari rubber gitu ya. Jadi kayak agak bouncy ketika anak jatuh.
Mau naik yang besar. Kita mau naik seluncuran yang besar. Ya. Ready? Oke, let's go. Run. Yuk, let's go. Ke depan. Iya. Aduh, di belakang aja. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nah, situ. Let's go. Ya, let's go. Sakit kan? Seru kan? Mau lagi? Seru kan? Seru kan?
Biasanya sih kalau misalnya aku lagi nggak ada kegiatan pagi, pasti aku ajak dia ke playground. Sekalian kena matahari juga, terus kayak playgroundnya kan sini, setiap playground tuh pasti ada kayak beda-beda kan. Nah kalau di playground ini di Weho ada kayak dog parknya gitu, jadi dia biasanya suka main sama dogi-dogi yang kecil. Tangannya pegang yang hijau itu kan kakinya stay di sini.
And we were planning to go in Indonesia on April.
Oh, an April. It's
Yeah.
good.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Goodness. Terus duduk kenapa? Gua cuma makan dogi.
Kok mau makan kan dogi?
Nanti ada dogi beneran loh.
Okay, so let's start off by talking about all that. So first of all, my name is Alan. Thanks for finding us, I think, through your midwife. So that was a great referral program that we have. We work a lot with midwives and doulas. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk all things CPR, safety. We even talk about poison control, which is gonna be this here, specific to California, but every state, every country typically has a poison control help center. So you'd have to find out what it is in Indonesia for your viewers. But other than that, what made you want to take CPR?
So we want to know the basic life-saving education for us. And now we are having our second son. I think it's really important for us as a parents
Yeah,
to have that
definitely.
education.
100%, you hit it on the head. Or if something were to happen, obviously in the States we call 911, but imagine waiting for them to show up, right?
Yeah.
So right now at this location that you're at, waiting for them to actually come here, what's the average time? It's going to be about 7 to 14 minutes. Imagine not knowing what to do for your child if, God forbid, they were choking or
Yeah.
something, right? So that's something that's really important for us to learn, and we're going to get through that. And the next thing we're going to talk about is choking and de-choking. So oftentimes, as parents, when we start feeding our children, it's going to be around 6, 7 months of age, depending on what you do. FYI, a child doesn't actually need food until they're like 1. So keep that in mind. In the first couple of months, they may not fully eat like you and I eat. Right? So they may just be playing around with the food, getting used to textures and tastes and salt and hot, etc. These things you don't need to worry about, oh my gosh, are they getting enough nutrition or not? If they're getting milk, whether it's breast milk or formula, they're getting nutrition. Don't worry, okay? But imagine 6, 7 months of liquid, right? We're giving them breast milk or formula, whatever it is, for that long, and then right away we're like, here's a mushy avocado, or here is a sweet potato or banana, whatever. It's all gonna taste very weird in the beginning for them. And there is a lot of what we call gagging involved, okay? Gagging is a really good reflex. We want the child to be able to gag. Gagging versus actually choking. This is the fear. If they are crying, coughing, throwing up, spitting avocado across the room,
Yeah.
any of this, crying really loud, guess what? If you can hear something, they're not choking. If you can hear noise, do not be alarmed. You don't panic.
Okay.
If something is at the back of the throat and this child is trying to get it out by coughing or gagging or throwing up, I in fact want to let them do that instead of intervening at the wrong time. The back of the throat is like a cliff, okay? So if something is kind of at the edge of that cliff and it's going like this and I go do this, all I'm doing is shooting it back and down further, maybe causing the child to choke when they weren't choking in the first place. So be really careful about intervening at the wrong moment.
Yeah.
Remember, we are not concerned if they're making any sort of noise. That means there is airway exchange happening. Now, as parents, of course, if there's a big piece of sweet potato or steak hanging out their mouth and it's kind of getting stuck, obviously, please pull in and grab it out. Now, the one thing to remember is never stick your finger in blindly. So if I don't know that something is there, I can't physically see anything, I never want to stick my finger in digging for gold because I could push it down, whatever it may be. If I see something and I feel safe enough and I feel like I really can get that out, then yeah, absolutely. Now, the alternative of this is if the child goes silent. If the child goes silent, we need to be absolutely concerned and they 100% need your help, okay? Silence is no good. Silence is actually choking. You cannot hear choking. Now, choking is an actual blockage of the airway. That means that something was trying to go down and it got stuck. Now the body typically will get that out on its own. However, sometimes it gets lodged. If it gets lodged or stuck, that means it's not going down and it's not coming up. This can happen with food, liquid, toys, rocks, batteries, the list goes on. So we need to be very careful about what they can reach in the house. Remember I said choking is completely silent, and there's a couple things that we look for. Choking children will make a very ugly face, and that ugly face looks like this. See that? So struggling, eyes squinted, mouth open, and no noise. Okay? Also, around the lips, you will start seeing a change of color, and it's gonna be like a blue, dark purple, dark reddish. Not normal, not your children's color. Okay, you know that very well. The minute that starts changing color, that means there's no oxygen going to the lungs.
Okay.
And we need to jump into action as quick as possible. Okay? Okay. The little one is for the babies. So I'm going to put the pointy part at the bridge of the nose, place it down for it to cover the nose and mouth together. Then I take my other hand and I create the letter C. I place that onto the mask to hold a seal in place. If it's not completely sealed, it won't work. Okay? Then I grab hold of the handle, I push down and I pull up really hard. Now the push down is less important than the pull up. The pull up is going to suck out whatever is stuck in the airway and bring it into this chamber. See the chamber? So a lot of people ask me is, oh, when I push down, don't I get the air to push the object down further? The answer is no. Okay, were you thinking that? It's always the grandpas or the dads that ask me that question. So when I push down, the air comes out of the side valves. There's a ball bearing in here, so it's a one-way valve. So when I push down, it comes out of the side. When I pull up, it sucks the item out. Hear it? Did you hear that? You want to try?
Sure.
So this is for the baby size. So place the pointy part at the top That's it. That was beautiful. So Nikita, try to pull up harder. There it is.
Okay.
That was it. The main things that change are our hand positionings. Okay? So for infants, it's going to be 2 fingers again, like we practiced earlier. For children, it's going to be 1 palm. Okay? And then for adults, like all of us, interlaced. Now, what does that really mean? The reason why we change our hand positioning is because of how deep we are pushing to try and restart the heart or pump the heart. In the meantime, remember, the help is arriving, right? Doctors or EMS personnel, whoever's coming when you call the emergency services. Okay, so let's learn 0 to 12 months first. Okay, so we're gonna check a couple of things, and this applies to every age. We're gonna check a couple of things. The first thing we want to check is reaction. It's kind of the perfect table for CPR here. Reaction. Right? Slap, 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 tickle, 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 whatever you do to get a reaction out of your baby. And if it sounds like that, they're fine. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to check for pulse. So I always want to make sure there's a pulse. If you go on a run, what do? You check your pulse, or you go here, whichever it may be, as long as you can feel your pulse or your heart rate. That's going to be the same thing on a baby, but the best place to check it is actually going to be that femoral artery. So on both sides, they have a main femoral artery, and it's right where their chubby little thigh meets their groin area. Do this to your child next time well, they're not in diapers anymore, but you can actually do this. You won't hurt them. You're going to stick 2 fingers right here in that fold, and you're going to push down, either side. Push down to feel that pulse, okay? Next, I'm going to stick my ear to the nose and mouth, just like this, to listen for that air exchange. Also on babies, you can absolutely see the belly and the chest rising and falling. So I'm looking at all of these things all together to see if I hear it. And my assessment should take no longer than 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds to realize if I need to do CPR or not, nothing longer. Okay, so pulse, listen, watch, and before you do any of that, reaction. Okay? Next up, if I've decided that I need to do CPR on this baby, what am I gonna do? Call 911. I'm starting compressions. And I go straight to my compressions. Now this is really easy to remember. It's the same armpit place that we were talking about earlier. So everybody find your armpit, go straight across, kind of where the mic is here. And I'm gonna push 2 fingers right there. I'm gonna compress about 1 inch deep, just like I did on your forearm, just about 1 inch deep. And what do I mean? Look at the diameter of the baby on the side and how far I'm going to push in, okay? Just about 1 inch deep. And notice, Nikita, you were asking me earlier, do I keep connection? Yes, my fingers are actually connected the whole time. And I'm allowing the chest to actually recoil to its natural state. What is that doing? It's compressing the heart and allowing the heart to fully expand, compress, expand, just like ours is right now. We want to mimic that from the outside until help arrives, because we want to continue to keep blood flowing throughout the body, especially protecting the brain. Okay, if we don't move the blood properly, it won't go up to the brain, and we could start talking about brain damage situations, which we definitely don't want on our children. Some of those brain damage situations are irreversible. Okay, so you have to be very mindful about how you're doing this. Now in a panic, I could go, oh my gosh, right? That's actually not gonna work well, because I'm going too fast and the blood is just doing this instead of moving throughout the body. Does that make sense? That's why we go rhythmic. Now I'm gonna give you a song to remember. Do you remember this from CPR class?
Forgot.
Okay, Bee Gees. Staying alive, staying alive. That's all you need to sing. If you ever forget, just remember the Bee Gees, okay? Or Baby Shark. Baby Shark, do 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 do. Baby Shark, do 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 do. The tempo is what you're looking for, and it's going to be 100 to 120 beats per minute, which those two songs are really in that range. You can sing whatever song you want, just Google it and make sure it's 100 to 120 beats per minute, okay? So that's gonna be my tempo of how fast I'm compressing. Now, how many compressions do I do? 30. Okay, see that? Now I'm gonna move to breath. For pediatrics, you absolutely want to give breath. With a baby, so 0 to 12 months, I'm going to open my mouth up wide over the nose and mouth, okay? Much like the LifePak mask. Remember we created a seal?
Yeah.
Why do we do this? On infants, they don't know how to go from nose to mouth breathing just like we do. And then, remember blowing out your birthday candles. How do you blow out your birthday candles? That's it. That was intense. Now, just a regular... That's it. So in a panic, I could go really hard, but I want to be careful of that because I could blow out some lungs, especially on a little one. Okay, so just remember your birthday cake and your birthday candles. You're gonna do 2 breaths, and it looks like 1 second pause. That's it. Okay, and then we go back to compression. So let's watch the whole thing. By the way, every time I deliver air, I'm going to open that airway. So I push up on the chin or I pull down on the forehead so that the air goes to the lungs appropriately. If it's closed, it'll just stay in the mouth.
Okay.
So how many compressions?
30.
Okay, how many breaths?
2.
2. 30 to 2 is your ratio at all times. 2 fingers for 0 to 12 months. Open your mouth up wide. Once we get into 1 and over, that changes. And I'll teach you how.
Exact location on the chest where we should put the pressure?
Yes, perfect question. Who knows the answer? I think you do.
Armpit.
Armpit, exactly. So stick your finger, your index finger up into the armpit. This applies to any age for CPR. Go straight across, right there.
Like in the middle?
Yep.
In the middle.
Yeah. So great question. Okay, I see what you're asking. So oftentimes people say the heart is on the left. You guys heard this?
Yeah.
So in America, we do the I Pledge Allegiance and we do this. Okay, the heart is not here at all. It's actually in the middle. Your heart is in the middle. The left side of your heart is larger. So in an X-ray image, it looks like it's left center.
Okay.
It's not. It's right in the middle. That is why we always go to the middle of the chest. So go ahead and find that right spot. So move down just a bit. Right there. Hi. 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 Say hi. What's up, buddy? What's up, doing? You're going 30, remember that, okay? So after 30, you're gonna open the airway. Open the airway by pushing up on the chin. Push up on the chin with it. Yeah. Open your mouth wide over the nose and mouth. Well, yeah, there it is.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh.
This side moves well, this side not so good. Which makes sense with the pain that you're having. Come sit at the end of the table, facing that way, and we'll push this in. Bring your arms up. Breathe in, lay all the way back. Breathe out, relax. Come back up. Wow. That was necessary, huh? Okay to adjust your neck? One more. Turn your whole body onto the left side. I'm gonna roll you forward. Feel okay?
Oh my god.
So good.
You made it. All right.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Great to see you.
Thank you. Wow. Kalau misalnya kalian lagi hamil, lalu sempat visit Kelly, kalian harus banget datang ke Dr. Berlin karena he's amazing. Dia bukan cuma chiropractor, cuma dia melakukan kayak body adjustment, deep tissue massage. Jadi apapun yang kalian merasa nggak nyaman saat kehamilan, dia bisa langsung benerin. Kayak tadi punggung aku, lower back aku sakit, terus kayak karena udah mulai banyak kram-kram saat malam, aku bilang ligamen aku juga sakit. Terus dia kayak melakukan deep tissue, terus body adjustment, dan sekarang pulang benar-benar nggak ada rasanya apa-apa. Wow.
Jadi itu apa kak? Vitamin?
Ini vitamin untuk bapak-bapak 50 tahun ke atas. Kita lagi memilih vitamin yang lengkap untuk bapak-bapak 50 tahun ke atas.
Ini pilihannya banyak banget, udah bingung.
Nah, ayo udah 50 kan?
Oh, udah 55.
Ya udah, ini lebih lengkap.
Pas zaman masih kuliah, ini minuman saya nih. Kalau misalnya mau begadang, belajar atau apa, pasti minum ini nih. Kalau kopi udah nggak mempan, ini nih nggak tidur.
Pas pulang, hadiahin Fajar sama Mas Azhar. Mas Azhar langsung deg-degan telepon istrinya.
Buat apa?
Ini yang khas Meksiko. Ini yang biasa-biasa aja. Mama cobain ini dulu.
Iya, ini yang khas Meksiko.
Oh iya, bumbunya.
Dia pakai cabai gitu kan.
Iya. Luar biasa. Nyam-nyam. Mickey banget itu. Kalian selalu biasa. Enggak, takut. Enggak, biasa aja sih tante.
Iya, satu tiga. Bismillah.
Ya,
Udah asam terus ada cabai itu. Wow, asamnya.
You want to try this? Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. You definitely got the lungs out too.
yes. Tiga satu untuk Shiva.
Rut, aku mau tembak ya, Rut.
Isi dulu Bang Rut. Udah Cah. Udah. Deng. Kayaknya nanti habis tayangan NWB ini akan dilihat pelatih timnas.
Shin Tae-yong. Jadi laki-laki dia.
Siap-siap ya. Ada kumisnya kan kata cowok pas.
Ada nom ke situ.
Happy birthday.
Open up the tab, baby, check his Happy birthday, happy birthday. It's your birthday, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. It's your birthday, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
woo.